When you come to the end of that row, and you can tell because it has that tail there, you always want to end with a purl stitch. So where am I at? There's my purl, my knit, my purl. This is a knit. And my last stitch is going to be a purl. When you're knitting on flat needles, you get the same thing. You always want that last stitch to be a purl, and then your beginning stitch is a knit. Now you could put a marker on here, a little round ring that you can buy, or just a piece of colored thread, and then you'll know this is the end of your row. And here's my knit. You can tell there's my purl, there's the bump. So now there's a bit of a gap here, but you know what? That gets tightened up, or you can always stitch it up later using this strand. So here I am, continuing on. And as I said, your circular needles are going to curl around like this a little bit, but that will eventually straighten out as it just kind of, your knitting just kind of expands and gets onto the needles nice. So it settles down. That first row is a little bit tight. Sometimes what some people do is they take a larger needle and they start that first row with a larger needle. So I could have used a 10, for example, and just done that first row with the knitting with a 10 and then switched to an 8. But I didn't do that this time. But that's a little tip. It just helps keep that first row so it's not too tight and has a bit of stretch to it. And that's what you're after. Now, where am I at here? There's my purl, my knit, my purl. So now I do a knit. And even when you're going into your next stitch, you can see the difference. You see the little V section there. That means it's a knit. And the purl stitch has the bump, no V. And so you do that for about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, depending on how deep you want that little band around the bottom of the sweater to be. So continue on and do that. And then my next video will be when we transfer the stitches onto number 10. So then we'll be working on the body of the sweater.